I'm doing my best. Right, so let's just sit with our knees above our ankles, rest the hands on your tummy. And we're working today with the solar plexus chakra, which is your manipura chakra, third chakra energy center in your body. So linked to things like willpower, self-esteem, the I am enough type feeling, or I am not enough type feeling, which is when this chakra can be a little bit out of sorts. So can we just, and the color is yellow. So could you, as you breathe, just visualize a bright yellow, sunshine yellow light beneath your hands. Imagine you're breathing in light into this area, so just above the tummy button. It translates Manipura as city of shining jewels. We'll just take 2 more breaths. It's linked to the fire element in our body. So we're going to generate a little bit of heat by you touch your opposite knee. And then the opposite ankle. So I had to do 3 hours of EFT supervision yesterday, emotional freedom technique, which is something I can practice. And it was really good. It was very useful. It was online. So you touch your opposite knee. So really interesting how this thing called tapping, emotional freedom technique, is used. So one guy was a maths teacher and he's using it with students who have a kind of a maths phobia almost. And I touch the opposite ankle. The knee. To the ankle. Back to the knee. And then stop. Rest the hands back in your body. So just create a little bit of movement in the body. The energy started to flow. So you sit tall. You turn your hands to the left and you look to your right. And then the hands go round to your right as you look to your left. So you twist. Hands go one way, head goes the other. And again, hands go one way, head goes the other. So you could close the eyes if you wanted to and just move at your own pace. So you could twist and twist and twist. 2 more. Hands go one way, head goes the other. And then twist. Come back to center, just release the hands. Let's take the thumb to your right nostril. Close your right nostril with your thumb and then fold your index finger and middle finger down towards your palm. And inhale through your left nostril. Close the left nostril and exhale through your right nostril. Inhale right nostril. Close the right nostril and exhale through your left. Inhale left nostril. Close the left nostril, exhale through your right. Inhale right nostril. You can always visualize this. If you've got a bit of a bunged up nose, close the right nostril and exhale through your left. Now release the hand. You can rub the hands together. Take the hands in front of your face, take a breath. Just release the hands for a moment. So you could visualize that. If you're at the dentist or somewhere you're not too keen on and you can't be fiddling around with your nose, I do this because I won't have injections. I hate them. And I don't like anesthetics. So if I ever have to have anything done, I would just visualize the breath whilst at the dentist. So you sit and you visualize breathing in through your left nostril. And then you visualize breathing out through the right nostril. Breathing in through the right. And breathing out through the left. So one more round, you're just imagining it, breathing in through the left. And breathing out through the right. Breathing in through the right. And breathing out through your left. And then take a breath through both nostrils. And exhale through the mouth with a lift your right arm and your left leg. And then you swap. The other thing I do is I tap when I'm at the dentist. So I hate going. I tap on my fingers, which is not quite the same as the normal EFT protocol, but you can tap on the outside edges of your fingers, and that is good for stress. So you're taking your right arm up, your left arm up, and you swap. And you swap. So you could just do this in your own time. And you could just move from side to side. So you could close the eyes, it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. And could you just let the body just move, just opposite arm and leg. Whatever rate you want to, speed you want to go at. Pulling up to the pelvic floor, tummy button to spine, couple more. And you lift. And then you stop. And you rest the hands back onto your body. So feet flat on the floor. Hands on your body. Keep the hands on the body. Could you make some circular movements? So feeling the movement underneath your hand. So the solar plexus, manipura chakra. So sometimes we use affirmations. Can be quite useful. So affirmation for this area would be something like, I am enough, or I am more than enough. Or I'm worth my weight in gold, more than my weight in gold. Or maybe something like, I'm able and empowered to achieve all of my dreams. And then you could go in the other direction. One I liked, I think I heard it from someone like Chris Evans, strangely. I've stopped listening to him, but I used to listen to him in the morning, and it was, I take the best version of myself wherever I go today. Which I quite like. I take the best version of myself wherever I go today. So just swing the body around. And then you could slow it down. Keep the hands resting on your tummy. Can you hear me, Richard? Okay, can you hear me? Yeah. Good. Lift your chest, David. Lift your chest. And then as you exhale, you could round and you might lift your heels. So you could drop the heels. You might notice the hands moving a little way out to the sides. And then as you exhale, you could round, lift your heels, bring your chin towards your chest. So you inhale, you drop the heels, you lift your chest. And then you exhale as you round. You drop the heels, you bring the hands up. And then you exhale as you round, you lift the heels, chin towards your chest. And again, heels drop, hands come out to the sides. And again, you take the hands towards each other, tuck your chin. One more. Take the hands out, lift your chest. And then you take the hands back towards your tummy and you tuck your chin. Lifting up. I might brave taking off another jumper. Got 2 jumpers. That's it. Halfway did it. Right, so let's rest our hands still on our body. And then let's take the arms out to the sides as you lift the chest. So you take the hands forward, you could interlace the fingers, push the hands away, you might even lift your heels again. And then as the hands come back towards your body, the arms come out to the sides, your chest will lift. And then as the hands come forward, you can lift the heels, push the hands away. So the hands come back towards you, the arms come out to the side. And you take the hands forward, you lift the heels, you push the hands away. And again, hands come back to the body, arms come out to the sides, lift. Take the hands forwards again, interlace the fingers, push. One more, hands come back to the body, arms come out to the sides. And then the hands come forward, you interlace the fingers and you push. And you come back to your center. So you rest the hands on your body. Sometimes my job is so wonderful. I was a lady like this week and she's had cancer this year and she's had been through it. Sometimes my job is very good. And I had a lady this week she's had cancer this year and I haven't seen her for a while. And she came back to a class this week and she was so delighted that she could do yoga. She didn't know if she'd be able to do it or not, but she did. She said she told her oncologist she did yoga and he was like, anyway, but she did the whole class and she said after, she said, oh, what a relief. She said she felt so empowered that her body still could move and could still work and she wasn't as incapacitated as she thought she was. So it was lovely, actually. It was really lovely. And yeah, so really nice. So sometimes we can do more than we think, more than we believe, perhaps. So let's keep our right hand where it is. Take the left arm out to the side. In fact, one of the ladies in class had kept in contact with her and she had been her kind of buddy. So she'd been encouraging her to come back. So it was lovely. So really nice. Anyway, so let's sweep the hand across the body as you lift your left foot. So circling the sun. You take the hand across the body. You might lift your left foot at the same time. So you take the arm across and you drop. And again, you come across. And you can't wait to go back to the oncologist and tell him, I did it and everything was good. So take the hand across. And you come around. So you come across last time. And you come down. So you just rest the hands on your body again. So keep the left hand where it is. So just above the tummy button. So thinking about this yellow light, if you could. Take the right arm out. So we're circling some this way around. You lift the leg and you sweep the arm around. So you lift and you sweep. So the head is representing the sun. You're circling the sun. You take the arm across. You can lift your right foot. 3 more. Get the arm around. And around. And around, and then stop. Take a breath. Feel the expansion as you inhale, and then there's the release as you exhale. And then you just let the arms come down to your sides. So you can point the fingertips down towards the ground, spread the fingers. You can visualize energy shooting out from your fingertips, and then the arms will lift, and the heels could lift. The heels can drop, the arms can come down. And again, lifting up, heels could lift, arms lift. Drop the heels, release the arms. And again, lifting up, heels lift, spreading the fingers, and then you drop. 2 more. Lifting up, the disco music will stop soon. Lifting up, and then you release. Last time, Inhale, lift, hold it there for a moment. Reach through the fingers, spread the fingers, pull up through the pelvic floor, tummy button to spine. And then you can drop the heels, you can take the hands together. And could you take a little bend over to your left? And you come up and over to your right. Could you perhaps interlace your fingers, push the hands away from you, turn the body around a little way to your left, drop the left elbow, and then pull your fingers as you look down towards under your left armpit. So then as you lift yourself up, you're turning the other way, you drop your right elbow a little bit and you look to your right. Come back to center, release the hands, just take the hands onto your legs, just beneath the knees perhaps. And as you lift up through the torso, could you lower yourself a bit closer towards your legs? So you inhale, lift, exhale as you fold. Every time you inhale, you find a little bit more length, bring the shoulders back away from the ears. And then as you push into the feet, you just lift up. So the arms come out, you spread the fingers and you lift your chest. And then the hands come back to your center. So you take the arms up again, reaching up. And then as you come forward, so just rest the hands on the legs and then lift. So engaging the core muscles and then you lower down towards your thighs. Focus on taking your shoulders away from the ears if you can. Your head is in line with your spine. So every time you inhale, you lengthen. And as you exhale, you come as far as feels comfortable towards your legs, keeping the pulling up through pelvic floor, tummy button to spine. Push into the feet and lift yourself up. Coming up again, so you're lifting all the way up, check your knees above your ankles, and then come back to your center. So some of you like to bring your knees together. Could you have your knees above your ankles? So separate the feet so that the knees above the ankles. So you push into the feet, you sit up tall, you reach the arms up again. So even this is quite active. You're spreading the soles of the feet, you're reaching through the fingers. The hands come forwards. You find a little bit more length, and then could you find a bit more forward fold? So you inhale, lengthen, exhale, come forwards. And then try and bring the shoulders down away from the ears. So you could squeeze your shoulder blades together and down towards the waist. And then as you lift yourself up again, the arms will come out. And then you could pick your left leg up. Left leg, squeeze the leg towards you. So could you then take the left leg forwards, take the arms out. Bring the leg in. Take the leg forwards. Take the leg in. Squeeze. And then as the leg comes forwards, hold it there. And you can open and close your hands. And then we could just lower the leg so the heel comes down towards the ground. So reaching down towards the floor, create some space between your ears and shoulders, pulling up through the core, lifting the arms up. Turning the hands away from you, so the palms are facing outwards. You let the arms come down to your sides. You then lift your arms and you might take the hands onto the back of the body. So you're bringing your elbows together a little, you're drawing up through the center, and then could you lower your body? That's my phone, I'm very sorry, it's on silent, but it's making a sound. Coming forwards. Inhale, lift yourself up to vertical again. Bringing the elbows back a little, so engage the core muscles, and then exhale, come forwards. So again, inhale as you lift. Exhale to come forwards, push out through the heel, coming forwards, bring the elbows back, holding it there. And then as you lift yourself up, could you take your left hand onto your right knee and the right hand behind the back. So you push out through the heel. This phone up, it's making a racket in my bag. I think it's my phone. So lifting and then twisting. I think you have to put it onto silent mode or something, but it's just, oh. Sorry, it's very annoying. You turn it onto thingamajig and then it just keeps silent. Inhale, lift. Exhale as you twist. So you lift up and then you turn, nudging your right shoulder back. And then you twist yourself back the other way, and then you just slide your left foot in. Come back to vertical. So you've got the feet flat on the floor. Reach your fingers down towards the ground. Lifting the arms up. It was the vet. Freddie needs to go and have a little operation. Because Freddie, the golden retriever, has been doing a vanishing act again. I took him for a walk on Sunday and he scarpered, and I warned him, said, Freddie, he took no notice, and he was disappeared for 45 minutes, and it was horrible. So he sniffed somebody, something, some dog, I'm imagining, lifting up. Come forwards, take the hands onto your legs. So you lengthen along the spine, and then you fold your body forwards. Inhale, lift, exhale, come forwards. So imagine you're being stretched from the sit bones to the crown of the head in opposite directions. And then as you bring yourself up, you lift yourself up to vertical, the arms come out to your sides, you spread the fingers wide. Again, you can open and close the hands. Oh. And then you pick your right knee up. The worst thing are those watches people wear, and they can see their arm vibrating. No. So take the leg forward, take the arms out. Take the knee back in again. So you squeeze your right knee towards you. And then the leg comes forwards. And again, squeeze the leg towards you. And then the leg comes forwards, the arms come out. And then you lower your leg. So you've got knee above ankle, you're pushing out through the right heel. And then you lift up. Lift the arms, spread the fingers. Turn the hands away from you, lower the arms down to your sides. Bend the elbows, take the hands onto the back of the body. So the elbows come back, your spine is long, you're pulling up through the pelvic floor, and then you just hinge your body forwards towards your right leg. And you come up again. Exhale as you come forwards. Inhale to come up. Exhale, lowering forwards, holding it there for a moment. So shoulders down, chest is open. And then you come up, you take your right hand to your left knee, the left hand behind the back, you lift and you twist. So I'm doing an online course at the moment, I hope I mentioned it, but we had to make some commitments for ourselves. And one thing, actually sounds really silly, but I've come off Twitter. And it has freed up a lot of headspace and a lot of time. Well, I was using it a lot. And I always thought, well, I needed to know this stuff. But I've come off it and the world is still spinning. And all is well. So, and I've got a lot more headspace because of it. So push out through the heel, lifting and turning to your left. And the other thing I'm doing is I'm not going on social media before 8 in the morning or after 8 at night, which is a little thing, but it's made quite a difference. Lift and twist. And then you untwist yourself back to center and you bring your right foot in. Lifting up, reaching up. So it's given me time. There's a woman locally who runs a pendulum course, and I bought her books, and they are fabulous. So I'm dowsing with pendulums at the moment, and it's such fun. I'll bring one in, David, like next week to show you. So you reach up through your fingers, you take the hands forwards, you rest the hands on your shins, you find a bit more length along the spine, you lower yourself a little bit closer towards your thighs. Could you twist? Could you take your right hand onto your left leg and take the left hand behind your back? So as you push your right knee against your right arm and your left shin against your right hand, could you lift and then turn to your left? So lengthening and just twisting, nudging the left shoulder back. So you lengthen and you twist. Enjoy the twist. Untwist yourself back to center. Push into the feet, lift yourself up, take the arms out to the sides and come back to your center. And let's just swing the arms around. Using a little bit more heat. And then let's stop. Let's lower the arms down to your side. Let's take the left leg out to the side. So you've got, setting up the gate pose, you've got the left leg is straight and the right knee is above the ankle. You've got the left hand on your right waist and the right arm lifting up. So you're feeling the opening along the right side of your body. And even more so when you lean over to the left, feel the expansion between your ribs as you inhale. Feel the breath. It's very difficult to feel stressed when you're breathing slowly and rhythmically. Every time you exhale, you just lower a little bit further to the left. And then you bring yourself up and you take your right foot out. So now we've got our warrior two legs. So again, we're just using the chair as a prop. So it helps us get into quite a nice shape with our legs for this pose. So warrior two, you've got the right knee above the ankle, the left leg is straight, you're squeezing the inner thigh muscles. So this leg could be a lot closer in, it could be a bit further out, wherever feels comfortable for you. You take the left arm, the arms out to the side. So the arms are out. You release the shoulders, you could turn the arms a couple of times. Not just the wrist, the whole arm, David. Move the whole arm. And then you could flip your right hand to face the ceiling, take the left hand onto your leg and reach the arm up and over. And then go the other way. So take the forearm to the thigh, take the arm up and over. Side angle pose. So when we come up, we could just come nicely into our horse stance with the knees out towards the feet. So you could rest your left hand on your thigh, take your right arm up and reach over to your left. And then go the other way, up and over. Again, we could just move from side to side, up and over, up and over. Two more, coming up, reaching over, and up and over. Good. Then you come back to center, squeeze the legs together, take the legs forwards. So this is now Dandasana, star pose. You're bringing the toes back towards you. You're zipping up through the legs. You're drawing up through the core. The arms lift, reaching up. Legs are straight in. Sorry. Make the legs straight, reaching up. And then as you bring the legs back in, you could come up onto your toes. You could lean back a little. You might, as you engage the core muscles, lift your feet off the ground. You might be able to bring the knees a little bit closer. And then you could take the legs out in front, drop the heels, take the arms up again, reaching up. And again, you could bring the legs back in, maybe just come up onto your toes, You might lean back a little. You might find that your legs could lift. And then you could drop. You could take the heels out in front. You could take the arms up. Last time, bring the legs back in. Bring the knees in. Some of you might want to straighten your legs. Some of you might not want to. It doesn't matter. Lift right up. I'm very happy that there's someone else who has mismatched socks in our mix. And it's not me today, unusually. So take the feet back down to the ground, slide the feet out to the sides, come back to your mountain pose. So you've got your shoulders above your hips, your knees above your ankles. I just ordered myself some nice woolen socks from this company. They did a thing called mixing, like a lucky dip. So you've got these wool socks. And they're really nice. So hopefully, because they're nice socks, they will stay in pairs. So your knees above the ankles. You're lifting up, reaching up. Exhale, coming forward. So the hands are on your shins. You find a little bit more length. You lower a bit closer towards the legs. Lifting, folding. So every time you fold, you might find there's a bit more sensation through your thighs, perhaps. Maybe you can pull up through the pelvic floor, tummy button to spine. Focus on bringing the shoulders back away from the ears. And then we could twist, taking your left hand onto your right shin and your right hand behind your back. So now you're pushing your left knee against the arm. You're creating tension between your right shin and your left hand. And then you're using your right hand to turn the body to your right. So you're twisting. How are you doing that over there? And you look at your knees. Look at your knees. Bring your knees apart. Right. Keep your knees. Anyway, doesn't matter. As long as you did the other side last time, I didn't notice. So you lift and you twist. And then you untwist yourself back to center. Push into the feet, start to lift, take the arms out, lift, spread your fingers. And bring the knee to your nose, squeeze the leg towards you. Hit the leg forwards. Did we bicycle the leg on the other side? I think we did. No. We didn't. Oh my gosh. So release the hands. Let's just bring the foot back in. So let's come back to I meant to do that. Jean hates that, so let's take our right leg out. So you've got gate pose on this side. So you've got the right leg is coming out. Your left knee is above the ankle. You're taking your hand onto your waist and you're taking your left arm up. So the arm is quite close to the ear if you can, or you could just have a little bend in the arm and you could reach over to your right. And then now you've got an openness along your left side. So feel the opening between your ribs. Every time you inhale, you're creating space. Every time you exhale, you're maybe dropping a little bit further over to your right. And then when you come up again, you just release the hands for a second. And we could come straight into warrior two by sliding your left leg out a little way. Let's get rid of this thing on my screen. So the left leg is out. The right leg could be straight. You could push down through the edge of the foot. You've got your knee reaching out towards your toes. And then the arms are coming out sideways. And you're looking to your left. And Jack, your foot is flat on the floor. Your left foot. That's it. And then bring the foot in a little bit so your knee's above your ankle. And then twizzle your arms. The whole arm, not just the wrists. So the whole arm's just rotating. And then you could turn the left hand to face the ceiling. Take the right hand down the leg as you reach overhead. Or, yeah, whatever you do with your arm, Elizabeth, that's good. So be mindful of shoulders. And then go the other way. So you could take the arm to your thigh and you can reach your arm up and over. And you could lift up. You could pick the right leg up. So come back to your horse stance for a second. So holding it there. Lifting up. Could you hinge forwards a little way? Inhale, lifting up, drawing up through the core, all the way up through the crown of the head. Exhale, folding forwards again. Spread the fingers. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, coming forwards. Holding it there for a moment. So again, shoulders down. Could you look to your left? So just nudge the left shoulder back a little way. And then you release back to the front and you just turn the body a little way to the right and you look to the right. And you come back to center. So to come up, remember you engage the core. So you're drawing up through the pelvic floor, tummy button to spine. The body comes upright. You bring your legs back. Hit the legs out in front again. So Dandasana, star pose. Bringing the toes back, zipping up through the legs, lifting up through the arms. You're drawing up through the core. You almost feel like you're lifting off your chair. So my yoga teacher in America, I might have mentioned, she taught Marlon Brando when he was young. And Marlon Brando, she claimed, could levitate when he was younger. So, yes. Anyway, you have a sense, perhaps, of... So when I was practicing yoga in the States, she plays once a sound of chanting in pyramids. It was an old recording on a cassette or something. And it was 1,000 people chanting in a pyramid. And it was the most extraordinary sound, and it's the closest I've ever got to feeling that my body was going to lift off the ground. Yeah. It was the most extraordinary sound. Anyway, bring your knees back in, take the hands to your chest, lifting up. So you push the palms together, you draw up through the core. Could you lean forwards a little way? So spread the fingers, push the palms together, and then maybe you could twist. Could you take your right elbow towards your left knee? It doesn't have to touch, just coming across the midline, right elbow towards the left knee without your knees twizzling off in a funny direction. And then you untwist yourself back to center. You lift your body up to vertical, and could you lift your heels? And then you drop the heels, you take the hands back to your center. You lean forwards again. You spread your fingers. So engage the core, pelvic floor, tummy button. Then you can start to twist with your left elbow coming towards your right knee. And you could look to the right if that's comfortable. Untwist yourself back to center. Lift yourself up to vertical again. Could you lift your heels? And then release the heels. You can separate the legs. Perhaps just hold on to the opposite elbow for a moment. So sitting tall. Could you then twist again? So Richard holding onto the elbow, and then we could take the elbows around to the left as you look to your right. So just one more twist before we stand. And then we take the elbows around to your right as you look to your left. And again, twisting. And you twist. Two more. Twist. And twist. Untwist yourself back to center, release the elbows, and come to stand. Take your time, and you're going to come around to the side of your chair. You get up. So bring yourself up. So, and then if you just walk around to the side of your chair, so you're holding on around this way, and then turn to face onto your... In fact, you might be more comfortable in something, so if you turn around to your face in the chair. So facing the side of your chair, everybody. So some of you might want to have the chair on this floor. Just going to do a couple of things, bringing our hands towards the seat of the chair. So let's lift my camera. So it's a modified part of a sun salutation. Right, so holding on, you can lift your heels if you'd like to, and lift your arms. And then as you drop the heels, could you bend the knees and take your hands onto the seat of your chair? Like that. And then you could walk your feet back a little way. So it doesn't have to be very far. Just walk the feet back, relax the head, and lift your sit bones up towards the ceiling. And then what you could do is you could bend one knee and then the other knee, as if you're bicycling your legs. So just lift one heel, that's it, and then the other. Bend one knee, then the other knee. And then just stop. So this is our modified downward facing dog. You've got the hips coming up towards the ceiling. You're spreading the palms of your hands. You're feeling the openness through the backs of your legs. Could you slide your right foot towards your chair and bend your right knee? So just take the right foot forwards a bit, David, if you could. Bring it onto the floor, flat onto the floor. So you want your right foot come all the way forward. So it's flat onto the floor. Your left leg is straight back behind you. So you can hold it there. The other thing to do is to keep your left hand on the chair, and could you perhaps take your right hand off the chair? So you don't have to, but you could take the right arm up and you might even look to the right. Yay, good. Well done. And then you take the hand back to the chair and you slide your left foot in. And then you push into the feet and you lift yourself up to a vertical position. So pushing, you might want to bend the knees to get a bit of momentum and then lift yourself up. That's it. Well done. Good. David, take a breath. So standing upright if you can. So come back to your mountain pose. So remember, David, shoulders away from the ears. You're looking straight ahead. And then could we try that on the other side? So this is the hardest thing we're going to do. We're just lifting up. We're lifting the heels, if you would like to. Yeah, hold on if you need to. And then you drop the heels. As you bend the knees a little bit, could you take the hands onto the seat of your chair? So both hands just coming onto the seat of the chair. Bend your knees a little way. And then what you could do is you could just walk your feet back. Well done. Good. And then when you're there, you lift your hips and you reach back. So you're spreading the fingers, you're finding length along your arms and along the side of your body. That's it, really nice. And you could relax your head between the arms if that feels comfortable. And the other thing we could do is then slide your left foot forwards and bend your left knee. So left foot comes towards your chair, but keep the foot flat on the floor. So left foot comes a bit further forwards, David, if you can. That's it, well done. And then could you keep the right hand on your chair and perhaps take the left hand off the chair? And maybe some of you might want to lift the arm all the way up. Others of you might just want to experiment with just taking the hand a little way off the chair. So you could take the left arm all the way up, looking to, well done, looking slightly to your left. Really nice. And then the hand comes back to your chair and you slide your right foot in. And as you push into the feet, you start to lift yourself up. Bring yourself up. And then you have two chairs. And everyone come around to face the front. So, excellent. So come around to face the front. We haven't got much longer. So you could take your hands onto your hips and you could swivel your hips. And then you could swivel in the other direction. Oh, so yeah, hold on if you need to. And then as we stop, just come back to mountain pose for a second. So just relax the shoulders, push into the feet. And how would it be if you were to slide your left leg back and bend your right knee? So from here, you just slide the left leg back a little, and then that's it. And then bringing the body to upright. So your body is upright. So from here, you could just push into the feet. You could stay holding onto the chair. Another option is to take your left arm forwards. And you can either hold onto the chair with the right hand or you reach back with your right fingers. So this is our asymmetrical warrior one. So you're looking up at your left thumb, you're pushing down evenly through your feet. So you can take your left arm forwards. And then you lower the arm down. And the other thing you could do is to take the weight into your right foot and maybe lift your left leg. So again, holding onto a chair if you need to. Some of you might want to take the arms up. And then just come back to your centre. So come back to your mountain pose. So if you're using a chair, you might want to come around to the other side of the chair. David, you stay where you are, but if you use a chair for balance, come around to the other side perhaps, but otherwise just stay put. David, you stay where you are. So you've got your feet are parallel. So this is mountain pose. Think about roots shooting down through your feet, pushing into the ground, really strong connection to the earth. And then what we could do is we could just slide the right leg back and bend your left knee. So what you want are the hips to be facing forwards, your body to be upright. So your body is fairly upright. You're pushing down, you're drawing up through the core. You could take your right arm forwards. And well done. Reach through the fingers and maybe take your left arm back unless you want to hold on to your chair. And then you can be looking up at your top thumb. So you're reaching evenly from one hand to the other. You're pushing down evenly from one foot to the other. And then you release the hands. And as the weight comes into your left foot, you could straighten the left. You might take the toes onto the floor, and some of you might want to lift the leg up, and others of you might also want to take the arms out. And then you release the foot, and you come back to a reflex. Standing upright, so there's a tendency to, we all tend to kind of lean a bit to one side, so just take the weight evenly from one foot to the other, and then could you just lift the arms and lift your heels? Rock the heels, you bend the knees, take the arms back, and take the arms forwards, and we'll just sit in an imaginary chair. So you're in chair pose. Check your knees. That's it. That's better. So no, there, better. So you're checking the knees are the same distance apart as your feet. So you relax your shoulders. You could lift up, you could take the hands to center, maybe step your feet together. Bend your knees. So this is a bit trickier. Bend the knees. Keep the knees facing forwards. Bring your knees together, Richard. Knees and feet together. Could you hinge forwards a little bit? You could also just try a little bit of a twist. Could you take your right elbow just a little way over towards the left? Keep your knees together, feet together. Come back to center, and we'll just go the other way. Just momentarily, just try taking your left elbow towards the right. And then you come back to center. You lift yourself up to vertical. Coming up, David, lifting up everybody. Lift the arms up, if you like, above the head. Maybe lift the heels. Release the heels. Release the arms. So if you've got room, you could just take the feet a little bit wider apart. Standing upright if you can, you could take the hand onto your tummy, you might take the arm out to the side, and we could do a standing version of what we did earlier, circling the sun. So you might be bending the knees, you might not. And then you could stop for a moment, rest the hands in the body, take the left hand where it is, take the right arm, circle your sun. Well done. Oh, gosh, it was loud, sorry. Just remind me not to go over too much. And then you can just stop. Rest the hands. Take a breath. And exhale through the mouth with them. And then come to sit or lie down, whatever you're doing. I'm going to give them here, they're going to get a crystal, it's yellow aventurine. which I hadn't come across before. I've only ever seen green actually. I like it. Apart from the care home I go to on Monday, one of them put it in her mouth, she thought it was a sweet. Oh, no. I washed them. Anyway, it's sweet. I think she was teasing actually. I think she knew it wasn't. They're not quite cold, maybe in my car, but they will warm up. Where is it? Opposite Marks and Spencer. Anyway, so we've got a little crystal on our being. If you don't have a crystal, you could just imagine, visualize it. I can send you this lovely crystal energy. But anyway, yellow aventurine said to help with feelings of joy and feeling uplifted, self-esteem, all sorts of things. So anyway, just generally feel good crystal. Good thing. A feel good crystal. So let's just bring ourselves to rest. So you could hold the crystal in one hand, or you could have one hand on top of the other. Just make sure your hands are relaxed, Richard. So you might want to just rest your hands on your thighs. So if you're holding them up here, that's a bit of effort. So just rest the hands. And Carol, again, if you wanted to rest the hands on your thighs, because you might get tired holding your arms up there, but it's up to you. And then let's just close the eyes. And let's bring awareness to the breath. Just notice the rise and fall of your body as you breathe. You might feel the expansion through the abdomen, even into the sides of your ribs, up into the chest as you inhale. And then you exhale, you just let go. Any remaining stress or tension in your body drains down through your body and away through the soles of your feet. Let your whole body rest. You could relax your feet. Soles of the feet and the toes and the tops of your feet. You could relax your heels and ankles, your calf muscles, the backs of your knees, the backs of your thighs. Can you relax along the fronts of your legs, the shins and around your kneecaps, the fronts of the thighs? Relax your legs. Perhaps you could release any tightness or tension in your hips and your pelvis, and feel the space you've created across your back, across the lower back and your middle back and your upper back. You might feel the softening into the sides of your body. Can you relax across the abdomen, just creating space through the abdomen, softening? Relax across your chest. And feel your shoulders just dropping away from your ears. Can you relax the arms? Relaxation flowing down through your arms. So you could relax the palms of your hands and your thumbs and index fingers, middle fingers, ring fingers, baby fingers. Relax the hands. Relax your throat. And release any tension or tightness in your jaw. You relax the tongue and your lips. Relax your cheeks. Maybe even relax your ears. And you relax your eyes, all the little muscles around your eyes, the eyeballs and the eyelids. Let your eyes rest. And so any remaining tension just drains all the way down through your body. Down through the soles of your feet. And as you rest, could you visualize breathing a light into your solar solar plexus area, so just above the tummy button. And this could be a yellow light, sunshine yellow light. Breathing this light into your body. And every time you inhale, the light gets brighter and stronger. You might have a sense of the light swirling and whirling, spinning around. Maybe the light starting to spread outside of this area, spreading out through your torso and through your arms and your legs, your head, filling your body with light. And you might think to yourself, I am enough. I am more than enough. I am able and empowered to achieve all of my dreams. As your whole body rests. Filled with light, gold and yellow sunshine light filling your body. Maybe feeling warmth in your body. Let your body rest. You might just draw this light back down towards your solar plexus. So just closing the chakra down a little way. So bringing the energy back to your solar plexus. Bring yourself and your awareness back to your body. And you hold yourself with loving kindness for the beautiful, unique being that you are. And you might start to bring some movement back into your body. Can you bring some movement into your fingers, into your toes, your shoulders? If you're lying down, you might want to just bring your knees up towards your chest so that you can rock a little and come onto your sides. So bringing yourself up as comfortably as you can. Well done. And when you get there, rest one hand on your tummy, the other hand on your chest. So Daisy, and take a breath. I'll get there it is. Take a breath. And then exhale through the mouth of the belly. And you can take your hands to your chest. May you feel happy, may you feel joyful, may you feel loved, may you feel nurtured, and may you feel very peaceful. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Elizabeth, Linda. Have a lovely weekend, and I will see you next week. Just stop the recording. I won't collect.
There.